Howdy folks, Mikey McKernan here, aka Boo Man, aka Is Not Funny. Same intro, always. Tonight, headlining, 2 headlining gigs in a row, yeah. Tonight in Reno, Nevada at Dead Ringer Analog Bar. Woo! I'm excited. I've never performed at this bar before, but I have performed with this crew up in Reno. It's always good times, so I'm excited. Before we do that, we gotta stop by a cute little town that I have fallen in love with. An old silver mining town. Virginia City, Nevada. Here's my cute little motel I stayed in last night. Adorable. Virginia City Inns. Check out the room. Oh, not bad. Cute little room. Hello, there's you. I chose the mining room. Yeah, each room's themed, so I thought like, hey, if I'm gonna stay in, you know, Virginia City, I gotta stay in the mining room. Yeah, they got some information, gives you a little history. This old bed. I guess that's a chest. Original mine built in 1872. Very comfy too, actually. I had no problem sleeping in the bed, really enjoyed it. Highly recommend staying here. They got some really good views too as well. We should go check that out. Look, they got a little fake graveyard. That's adorable. Ordinary Mel digging a well, in he fell, gone to hell. Yes. But look at this view. Yes. Virginia City Inn. Highly recommend. If you guys want to come stay here, stay here. It only costs $99 and every single room is themed. The wire that fenced the West. Thank you, Virginia City Inn. That was cool. All right, let's get back to adventuring. This right here is a 4th Ward School. I don't know if it looks kind of familiar for you Disneyland Paris fans, but they have a ride there called the Phantom Manor. It's their own haunted mansion. It's based off of this building right here. If you don't know your Virginia City mining history, it's famous for the Comstock lode. Henry Comstock, he was a miner. He had a claim where they struck gold. And I don't know, I keep seeing different years, but I think it's 1859 is where they found gold. And it was on his claim, but it was actually 2 Irish guys, McLaughlin and O'Reilly, who found the gold. And then Comstock came and was like, hey, that's on my land. They're like, all right, whatever, let's split it. When they were mining for more gold, they kept finding all this blue mud, this sticky blue mud that would stick to all their mining equipment, and it just was getting in the way. And it was everywhere. It would clog up their machines, it would mess with their tools. So one guy, I already forgot his name, he decided to be like, you know what? I'm gonna go take it to an assayer in California. Turns out that freaking hunk of mud that he brought in had $2,000 worth of silver. Boom! The big bonanza. Yep, Virginia City is known for being a very rich silver mining town. At one point, it was the richest city in the world. It had so much money that it actually technically built San Francisco. This place is full of history, so we're gonna go deep dive. A couple museums we're gonna go to. Some very historical people have been through this town. We might go on a couple tours. I don't know if I'm gonna go on a mine tour. I know it's a mining town, but I've never been in a mine and I'm very afraid of getting claustrophobia. And I would not like to, I don't know, open that door today and get consumed by the fear before I gotta do a gig. I don't want that to happen. All right, Virginia City. Let's go explore. First stop we're gonna make. This museum is action-packed, full of so much information in history, all about Virginia City. old. Wow, it's a really old display. Pills are good. Pills are good. Oof, you want to get your teeth pulled? Look at this painting. Nice. Good. So cool. Okay, so just to think about how big this mine was and how many veins there were, here's a map just to give you an example. All these different colors is the underground mines. This model represents about 250 miles of underground workings out of the estimated 800-mile total. So the scale of this, look at 1 inch equals 40 feet. Oh. This is an exact scale model. The Big Bonanza. Look at all these mines. All that down there. So many tunnels. Look at one mine went down to 3,300. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Puns, not guns.
Dress up a refinery, come down to the tunnel, and take one of the crew carts that was pulled by a mule.
I thought you were a real person. You're freaky to look at. Okay, it's like we're in a real mine. Don't freak out. See this right here? It's known as the Honeycomb. Virginia City was one of the first cities to develop this. Change the mining world. Hand drilling. Could you imagine? One hand on this. Every time you hit it, you turn it. Tink, tink.
Virginia City, Honeycomb stock low. We're indeed the bonanza of the American frontier.
So cute, so cool, so much information, so much history. I'm a little shy guy when I'm walking around these museums. It's because I don't want to be obnoxious. I apologize. I know I should be making more like jokes. That's what the stand is for. We can always be funny then. There would be some more hilarity. Unfortunately, these are not most of the original buildings. Virginia City experienced the Great Fire. Burned down mostly C Street, which is this main drag right here. But they were resilient. Missed a step there. They rebuilt the town in 1 year. They got back at it. So most of these buildings is 1876. 1 year later. One of the first African-American owned saloons, the Boston Saloon, was right here in Virginia City. Oh. Yeah, of course it was burnt down in 75 and was never rebuilt. So much history. I'm obviously looking up a bunch of history. I don't know if you know who the first stand-up comedian was. First person to go up, speak comedy. This guy named Charles Farrar Brown. Hopefully I said that right. But he was known as Artemus Ward. Why am I bringing up Artemus Ward? Because he's performed at the Piper Opera House. That's right, first ever comedian considered. A lot of historians think he's one of the first comedians. He performed here at the Piper House. This is the third one. First, it was built in 1863, known as McGuire's Opera Hall. And of course, that fell in hard times for that gent. He sold it to Piper in 67, burnt down in 75, rebuilt, reopened, 78, burnt down again, 1883. And then this building right here that you see, built in 1885. They actually still do stand-up comedy. Well, last time I checked, I didn't check the website, just wanted to come and check it out, say hello to it. One day, we're gonna do comedy at the Piper Opera House. Well, Virginia City's probably most famous person, Gentleman named Samuel Clemens. Mark Twain. Well, Samuel Clemens came here in 1862. Because of the big bonanza, he came here to mine. It didn't work out for him as a miner, so he tried all sorts of other things. Then he started being a writer. Started working for the Territorial Enterprise. Oh yeah, he sure did. 1964, he left. And when he left, he was known as Mark Twain. Mark Twain came to Virginia City, and this is where he started his writing career. The Mark Twain Museum. Unfortunately, it's closed. This right here, this was the #1 place I wanted to come to. I don't know if you know the book Roughing It. Most of that contents of that book takes place in Virginia City and all the surrounding areas. Territorial Enterprise, Nevada's first newspaper. Look at this bird just sitting. That bird is alive. First it was at this original building over there, the Sliver Queen, and then it moved over here. (1862). Can you believe that? That's coming up on 150 years. Mark Twain came to Virginia City, and the rest is history. I wish this was open. I know, last year when I came, I was checking the Facebook because that's where they're most active. And they said we keep getting approved for things, and then hopefully by the end of 2021, it would be open. June 2022. They posted something in March that they got another approved thing, and they're slowly making their way. It's not dead yet, okay? The Mark Twain Museum isn't dead. It's just temporary closed. Good luck to them. Hope you guys get this back open. And when it does, you betcha I'll be back. Also, if you're not familiar with Virginia City's history, I know my mother is because of this place, the Washoe Club. It's extremely haunted. It's very popular on the show Ghost Hunters. So yeah, this one's for my mom. It's open. I'm going in. Ooh. Oh, I'm alone in here. I'm the only one in here. And I'm freaked out. I'm freaked out. I'm freaked out. There's the crypt. Should we go in there? This is for you, lady. I'm here because my mother loves this place. Yeah, the ghost hunters, they love it here. Look, they even got a shirt. Oh, ooh, I'm getting the creeps. I'm getting the creeps. Look at, why? That's... I'm gonna have to go in the crypt. I don't want to, but I have to. Here we go. It's really quiet in here. Oh, there's a creak on the floor that freaked me out. Yeah, this used to be a morgue. Oh, all right. Okay, I did it. I'm in the crypt at the Washoe Club. Very quiet. I am freaked out. I am freaked out. Okay, that was enough. Thank you. Thank you. You were nice. Appreciate it. I don't know if you guys believe in ghosts or not. Most of you probably do. I believe, I mean, if you had a soul on earth and it's gone, I believe you can still be around. I really don't know. That was creepy feelings. That was creepy feelings. That was creepy feelings.
That is kind of freaky.
When she was built, it was built without nails and screws. It was built using just wooden dowels and glue. That's amazing. But because of that, the backing is now separating off of itself. It's ripping off the wall right there in that section, and as you found out, it's super rickety.
Spiral staircase. Yeah, this place is cool and creepy, but it was fun. I did it. Thank you. They had upstairs tours, and that was as far as I was going. $2 was good enough for me. I'm not going anywhere else up there. That was spooky. I wasn't planning on doing that one, but that was still fun. All right, that was for you, Mom, again. Now, if there's one place you have to check out when you come to Virginia City, Sawdust Trails. It's connected to the shooting gallery. It's It's also connected to the Shoaf's Ghost Town, also Pop's Collectibles, and now they got an escape room. Let's check it out. Look at this place. Absolutely amazing.
Mark Twain here. You know, a man cannot be comfortable without his own approval. Now give some more money, and I'll share with you more knowledge.
The human race has one really effective weapon, and that is laughter. Yes! Good one. Even though he got his head ripped off. So, look at this place. Electric chair, light me up for $1.
Somebody come over here and flip me over before I burn.
Alright, here you go.
Somebody is burning. I stole a pickup truck right out of the Walmart parking lot. I did it. I did it. Come on, boys. Run that juice through me. I'm ready. I was born ready.
Knee slapper. Shooting gallery time.
You ready to shoot?
I need to find myself a better hiding spot.
Game's over, partner.
It's time for the ghost town. I'm not scared of this one. This one's not real. All right, let's go. Here's a saloon. Ah! I totally jumped. This looks like a dead saloon. Howdy, partner. So cool. Whoa! That's not scary. That's a dead horse head. Oh! They just squirted water on me. This guy's got a great sense of humor. Shout out to Shoaf's Ghost Town. Hilarious. That was fun. Oh. That was great. This is the guy, Brian, right?
Brian, yes. Since 1999, I've been
Cool.
doing it for. Developing and designing and, you know, purchasing and doing all that stuff I do. Put the whole shooting gallery together over there. They'd have people come in and do certain parts.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Ghost Town. It took 9 months to build the Ghost Town.
Wow.
That you're over. Now we just added a new escape room.
Yes.
Super cool because the actual building that it's in actually survived the fire of 1875.
Oh, wow.
1875, so that's super neat.
Yeah, there's not that many original buildings there.
Oh, no,
Especially
no.
on C Street, right?
Yeah, not that
Cool.
many, yeah. Tell the people the story. I started off, I had $2,000 in my pocket. That was to pay my first and last. But even try to get the money was like, this was almost impossible.
Yeah.
Did a lot of bartering for the first 2 and 3 years. And then just kept, you know, every time, just kept putting myself forth every time. Blue carpet and all white walls. None of this. Anything you see in here has actually been built, put together, and I've kind of created my own little world in here and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you've become like almost your own little attraction yourself,
Yeah,
right?
I am, and that's what it is. If
That's
nothing
great.
else, I'm happy, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
And it's to me, it feels like it starts with having a really good sense of humor, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It definitely does. Yeah,
That's
it
great.
definitely does.
Well, I'm a comedian, so you know, since you got a good sense of humor, I always like to ask, throughout the history of time, who's your favorite comedian?
My favorite comedian. Who was I was just watching? Yes. Is
he
She had
like-
the show. She had the show.
Carol Burnett.
Yes, I was just watching her yesterday. Thank you for that.
Absolutely.
That lady's funny. A good comedian is somebody that you're laughing at. That is just you're laughing at, man, because they're just funny. They're
Yeah,
funny looking.
absolutely.
They're funny everything. You know
Absolutely,
what I'm
that's the whole point. Okay, Brian is going to take me just to go peek into the escape room because this is what hospitality is all about.
Now the story, I mean, I'll give you a little rundown of the story on this here real quick. This here actually was based upon a little girl that actually perished
Oh, no.
by fire. And the game is based upon you have to find 3 of her possessions. When you find those, and you can escape out of the room. But this is just some of what it looks like up here. I'm not going to tell the game. I'm not going to explain the game.
Absolutely. Don't give it away.
Yeah. But this is, come into this room right here.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah. Stand over here, your left over here. Again, these are some of the clues, some of the different things you'll see. Super cool. Wow. Into the old poker room in here.
This is so cool.
Nice, huh?
This is unbelievable.
Yeah, this thing is awesome. The nice thing is this thing is real. It's a real deal.
Yeah.
This is not something that's built. This is something that's real.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah.
And you said this building survived the
fire of 1875. Look how crooked it is. Look at the whole thing.
Wow.
The place is amazing. Just amazing.
Cool. Thank you so much for this.
Not a problem.
Brian, you're a hero, man. Big shout out to Brian Shoaf. That was so cool, man. So great for him to spend his time and talk to the channel too as well. Such a nice guy, so enthusiastic about the stuff he's doing. Just trying to sell his stuff, have a few goofs and a few laughs while you're there. I appreciate that. Please, if you come here, you better go. Go spend all your money there. Buy everything. It's fun about the Ponderosa Saloon, where they got the vault, the historic bank site. That's where they kept all the money for the miners. This building right here. Freaking cool. Cool. I'm in a vault. I'm in a vault. I'm not doing the mine tour, okay? It's too scary. They have a shaft that goes down underground. I won't do it. I know I did the Washoe Club. I never really did the real tour, but I did, walk around there, so that was scary. But I'm not going down there. That's gonna freak me out. I don't know, if I had friends, if I wasn't here by myself, I'd probably go because I'd be more encouraged to do that. But not when I have to go do some funny. Sliver Queen. Why it's called the Sliver Queen? It's because they have the Sliver Queen. 16 feet tall, 210 pounds of silver, $3,261. Silver dollars, silver dollars. This thing is very historic right here. Look at, you can also get married here. Are you dying to get married here? Look at this. It's a very cute little chapel here. What's an old mining town without its first ever railroad, the Virginia Truckee? And guess what? They got train tickets. You guys want to go on it? Waiting room. So cool. I'm just waiting for my train. Choo, choo, huh? Oh, you bet your bottoms, I bought a sticker. All right, all aboard. Time to get on the train. This is probably one of the best tours. A lot of good information, and it kind of takes you below, show you where all the mines are at.
The Bank of California built the railroad because they had repossessed way too many of the mines up there, and they wanted a real cheap way to get their valuable ore down to the Carson Canyon, where they owned the only hydraulic stamp mills or reduction. It's the combination mine, and they called it that because it actually was a joint venture of 4 individual companies. Every single day they had to pump 1 million gallons of water out of that mine, just so they could keep going deeper. All of these mines were full of that subsurface water. They could go uptown and they would be paid $4. Made them the highest paid miners in the world. It is hauled to a bobcat and 2 cars. Yeah. Another good reason for keeping those hands and arms inside the cars. That dirt road is part of the original land and toll road of Virginia City. It used to connect all the way over to Placerville, California. The Gold Hill Hotel and Saloon was one of the finest of the Old West and the longest in continuous operation in the state of Nevada. They actually opened in 1859, which before Nevada was Nevada. You know, while those miners were desperately searching for that gold, they had to continually work around that thick blue mud. Stuck to everything. Ruined their boots, ruined their tools, ruined their sluice boxes and rocker cradles. They just kept shoveling it off to the side. And then they realized that when it dried out, it became as solid as concrete. So they started taking it uptown. They began filling in potholes in the streets of Virginia City. Then one day, some much more experienced Mexican miners came through here. They looked at that stuff that was being thrown away, and then they kind of looked at each other, and then one of them said, "Mucha plata," which loosely translated meant, "Why are these idiots throwing away all that valuable silver?" Guess what happened that night? The potholes began to reappear uptown. Enchanted, no forest, right? I've got to go by. Yeah. That's called Sugarloaf. That begins what the people of town will tell you is a 100-mile unobstructed view. Thanks again, guys. Have a great summer.
Yeah, this is my favorite tour of all of Virginia City. Feels nice to have talk in a while. I know I should probably save my voice. I still got to perform comedy tonight. Got to get to St. Mary's Church. Burnt down in 1875. It was rebuilt 1876. Dang, glad I decided to walk into there. That was holy. That's gonna do it for me in Virginia City. Virginia City, thank you. Thank you! Such a beautiful town, such a beautiful spot. Can't wait to come back. Once the Mark Twain Museum gets open, I'll be back. Gonna have to come on a Wednesday too as well, so I can do the Red Dog open mic. I don't know, maybe one day I'll get so famous that I can book myself at the Piper Opera House. Sorry I didn't make it to the 4th ward school. Ran out of time, ran out of dough. Again, I know every video you're hearing now, you're like, geez, Mikey, why are you always so belly aching about being broke? That's because the job that I got does not pay like I thought it was going to. Gotta try to sell t-shirts again tonight. Gotta do really good. All right, let's head to Reno. All right, I'm at the gig. I made it. Dead Ringer Analog Bar in Reno, Nevada. Look at that cool artwork right there. You guys like that? I do. That's a stereo with 2 mouth as speakers. Got some energy after hanging out in Virginia City. I did take a little snooze. I like this spot. This spot's cool. It's definitely like more of a music venue. Fortunately, we're under 15 people here tonight. That's all right though, because these aren't things I should be revealing on the vlog about how I'm feeling about headlining this spot right now, but this is the truth. Now there's not that many people. I feel a lot better because there's not as much pressure. Does that make sense? There's not much pressure to do so great. I'm a little relieved. I know, I should hate myself because you want all the crowds, biggest possible crowds, doing these road gigs, traveling all over the place, being a headliner, trying to, you know, be a draw, trying to sell tickets as well. It's not easy. It's not easy. There's no pressure. There's usually never pressure. The only pressure is I put on myself. I want to do my best. But now it just comes down to just having fun. You're doing this to have fun. Yes, you want to do this for the rest of your life, but you're doing this to have fun. Again, I just had a headlining set in my last vlog at Salinas, so might get a lot of repeat jokes. We'll see. It was cool though. I walked in, there was one guy, he's like, hey, I'm a big fan of yours. He's a comedian, he's on the show tonight. Always appreciated that. I went up to him, I was like, hi, have we met? Because he was like, Mikey, McKernan, what's up? Sometimes I'm always like, hey, did we meet again? I know, I need to stop being a weirdo and be normal. All right, that's it. That's the pregame. This is me getting in the mood. It's actually really nice out here right now. I know, you like my costume change? Sport Vans. I know, I walked in the bar. It was very warm in there, and I was like, long sleeve. Oh, well, let's have fun. Let's do some boo-ha's.
It didn't help that I watched the show Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Did anybody else watch that show?
Yeah.
I feel safe with you guys. You guys ready for your headliner? One more time, guys. Yes, you've seen him on Fox's New Girl on TV. You can see him in real life right now. Get nice and loud for Mr. Mikey McKernan.
Everybody. Yeah. Cool. Keep it going for all the comedians you're probably not going to follow on Instagram. Will you at least clap for them, please? Come on, we need your follows on Instagram. We need more motivational stalkers. My favorite thing to follow on social media is my nightmares. Just other comedians get more opportunities. Anybody here hate going to game night? All right, I'm up here by myself. I'd be more into game night if they played games with historical American references. For instance, my favorite game is Connect Forefathers. Actually, that comes off a little patriotic. That's not really who I am. My actual favorite board game is Guess Who? Thank you. I have a catchphrase. I'm going to do this the whole time, please. More people get into it. I'm glad that young lady chose to go to the bathroom when I came home. It was good timing. It's all right. She's like, I better go now. It's not going to be this funny. Right now I live in North Hollywood, and it's abbreviated as NoHo, which is true because I get no hoes. All right, not everybody appreciates the thing I have to do for the rest of my life. I have to do this catchphrase forever. Even if I wanted to quit comedy and try to live like a quiet, rural life, boo-haws will be there. Like, hey, here Mikey's a farmer now? Yeah, now he's getting heckled by animals. No, oink. I can't do comedy online because of bad connection. Zoom. My birthday, October 7th, an astrology book says it's the most anti-day of the year, and I'm totally against that. Yes, you're gonna come up to me afterwards and be like, no dude, you were hilarious. I was laughing on the inside. That's great. I can't feel that.
My name's Dan Moran.
Dan, and Dan also revealed that he's a rapper.
I'm a rapper.
Dan, let's hear some bars.
Listen to my heart, I'ma show you I'm an artist. Listen to my art, I'ma show you I'm the hardest. Thrilled since a kid, I was spinning to stars and handling these bars, they've been taking me the farthest. Dirty old Dan found a new flow. New flow was the same old Mo. Mo Monroe was a new M.O. Miranda man, the plan, I ran the show. Fans and stands and standing for the show. Time to go, the climbing high as snow. Kinda nice to fly, I'd like to know. Dynamite, I might blow, whoa. Neutralize the fear inside. Open eyes and see the signs. No lie, I wanna see you shine. Inside the darkness found the light. Inside my mind is where the shit resides. Detect the lies by checking in the eyes. The insecure is why they block the shine. Try to flicker them bigger.
That was tight. Thank you, Dan. That was tight. Please plug your stuff, man.
Dan the Man Moran on Instagram, M-O-R-A-N.
All right, just got done doing the set. That was pretty cool, man. See, I'm on this patio, I'm hanging with people hanging out, and I'm just vlogging. Dude told me he was a rapper, so I was like, yeah, dude, throw some bars down. It is kind of, you know, embarrassing, and you get a little stage fright. It just happens. But that was cool. The set went really well. I actually enjoyed it. It's kind of funny because a bunch of people showed up later towards the end, and I was like, oh man, I'm already getting off, you know. And how's it going? What's up? Good to see you guys. So glad you're here. It's about time. Where have you been?
Across the street.
Across the street?
There it is.
I'm only talking to you like you're my friends because I claimed, no, you're good. You're good. There's a camera behind you.
Oh, shit.
If you knock it over, then I'm, you know, no clip for the YouTube. So that's all right. I could, you know, it'd be fun to be like, hey, you know, you can go back and watch and see when you knock the camera over. We were trying so hard to be funny on the internet, let me tell you. 35 minutes, very happy about that. The camera died. Every time I try to do longer sets, my little Sony ZV-1 can't handle. It gets all warm and hot and shuts off. They enjoyed it. It was a small little group, intimate. Then more people showed up and it turned into almost like 20 people. I enjoyed it. I've been hanging out and talking with a couple guys who run the show. It was like, yo, heard you from Kill Tony, man. Was so excited to work with you. And that's recognition. And I know I keep talking about like, oh, Kill Tony, Kill Tony. If you don't know about Kill Tony, please look up Kill Tony. It's a podcast. It's like one of the best podcasts if you want to get into comedy or if you just want to be a fan of comedy. But recognition, any kind of recognition you can get is really, really good. And people who've heard of me, he said he didn't even watch it. He would just hear it. He didn't even know what my face looked like. And that's amazing because I always think about how, like, if I want to put out an album, but I'm physical, so it's a special would be obviously better because you can see me and stuff like that. But I would love to do the album because then people are like, dude, what the heck is this guy doing? I have to go look it up and see what he looks like. That's just a little thought process, but I appreciate any kind of recognition, especially from peers and stuff like that. That stuff's really cool. You have to be grateful for any recognition. Of course, if you want to be billboards or if you want to be one of the favorites of any kind of local comedy scene, it's all good. You have to be grateful for it. But that's it. Another fun episode of the Stand Up Adventure Vlogs with Mikey McKernan. I hope you guys enjoyed Virginia City. I really, really enjoyed that place. I really hope you enjoyed watching me doing stand-up and following me along this journey. I really, really do appreciate it. I'm getting so close to getting this channel monetized. I don't know if people like to brag about that, but obviously if I can get, this channel monetized, it's gonna help with my career, getting better gigs, more fun stuff. I would love to be like, hey, where do you guys want to see me next? But I'm going to Arizona next month. Got a couple spots in Tucson, got a spot in Phoenix. I'll be promoting those very shortly here. If you always want to know how the set goes, you can judge it by how much I was sweating on stage, or I like to call my racing stripes. How'd the set go? You'll see before the sets. I'll be like, this is all dry. But then when you say after the show, you're like, oh, Mikey was up there sweating because we can see the racing stripes. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Please subscribe. Please share this. If you know any young comedians who are trying to figure out what to do in comedy, I'm trying my hardest with this channel to give a glimpse. Thanks for clicking. Thanks for liking, subscribing. Please follow me on Instagram. Where can we see you? I do all my stuff on Instagram. Link down below. I also sell merchandise. I got t-shirts and sweaters. Link down below. But if you want to try to buy tickets to those shows, I have a website, Mikey McKernan. Link down below. Nevada, this was fun. Thank you. One love.